It's 2:17 a.m. in New York City. A trader rolls over in bed, checking his phone for the latest stock alerts. The screen loads, and then freezes. At the same moment in Tokyo, emergency dispatchers try to coordinate a response to a fire downtown, but their network has gone silent. In London, commuters wake to find their train schedules have vanished from their apps. By sunrise, the headlines across every channel echo the same shocking message. The internet is gone. Not offline. Not down for maintenance. But gone, forever. The internet is more than cat videos and social media. It is the nervous system of modern civilization. A web of over 75 million servers. Submarine cables stretching more than 1.3 million kilometers beneath our oceans. Satellites and towers connecting more than 5 billion people worldwide. Now picture it, permanently erased. No recovery. No reboot. No backup plan. This is not just an inconvenience. It is the unraveling of our world. Most of us imagine the internet as wireless, floating somewhere in the cloud. But in reality, it is painfully physical. Steel cables under oceans. Data centers the size of aircraft hangars. Electricity flowing through routers, switches, and fiber lines. Every second, this hidden infrastructure carries $5 trillion in daily financial transactions, 50% of all global communications, and 90% of international data exchange. It keeps planes in the air, hospitals connected to patient records, nations tied together in fragile trade. Without it, the invisible scaffolding of modern life collapses. For most of human history, we lived without the internet. Letters crossed oceans in weeks, not seconds. Libraries held knowledge on shelves, not servers. And yet, today, our dependence is far deeper. Consider this. The 2003 Northeast blackout left 50 million people without power across the US and Canada. Trains halted. Businesses shut. It lasted just 30 hours. Now multiply that chaos by every nation. By every second. And imagine it lasting forever. The internet isn't just a tool, it's the bloodstream of civilization. Day 1, silence. Phones fail to connect. Social media feeds freeze. Banks cannot process transactions. Billions stare at blank screens, still expecting a reboot. Day 3, markets collapse. Stock exchanges are paralyzed. Global trade halts. Digital currencies vanish into nothingness. Cash, once considered obsolete, suddenly becomes king. Week 1, panic sets in. Airlines ground fleets. GPS systems, reliant on online synchronization, lose accuracy. Emergency services revert to radio, slower, less coordinated, more fragile. Families struggle to reach loved ones across borders. Mail becomes the only link, but supply chains are already fracturing. Month 1, fragmentation. Governments scramble for control. National TV and radio stations attempt to replace lost communication. But mistrust spreads. Rumors thrive when truth has no instant channel. Supermarkets run empty. Shipping networks stall without automated tracking. Food, medicine, and fuel become political weapons. Year 1, a different world. Nations split into islands of information. Local bulletin boards and offline networks reappear, reminiscent of the early 20th century. But the global web of shared science, culture, and trade is shattered. The dream of a connected humanity dies. In its place, tribal, localized worlds. Separated not by oceans, but by silence. In the 15th century, the printing press transformed humanity. It shattered barriers of language and distance. Ideas spread like fire. Revolutions followed. The internet is our modern printing press, magnified 1,000-fold. Its sudden erasure would be like the world's libraries and newspapers burning overnight. But unlike the past, we no longer have an alternative. The knowledge of billions is locked inside servers now dark, unreachable. Economy, trillions vanish. Whole industries collapse. Unemployment soars. Healthcare, digital medical records gone. Telemedicine, impossible. Global research networks severed. Education, online courses erased. Universities crippled. A generation left stranded. Politics, propaganda thrives when facts can no longer travel. Misinformation becomes the new weapon. Human progress stalls, not because we forget, but because we can no longer share. But beyond technology, something deeper is lost. The internet is also memory. The laughter of families shared on videos. The archives of our history. The voices of those who are gone. Without it, entire lives vanish. A digital extinction event, where the record of our existence dissolves into static. Generations to come would look back on us as ghosts, our age remembered not in tweets or videos, but in fragmented scraps of paper. Civilization would survive, yes. But it would be scarred. Set back decades, perhaps centuries. The internet has become the bridge between every nation, every community, every family. Its loss is not just technical. It is cultural, spiritual, human. We would learn to rebuild, to adapt, to rediscover slower forms of connection. But the dream of a single connected species, the idea of humanity as one voice, would vanish forever. So, what if the internet shut down worldwide forever? We would not simply lose a tool. We would lose a part of ourselves. Our memory. Our progress. Our unity. Perhaps it would force us to rediscover old ways of connection. Or perhaps it would fracture our world into silence and division. The question remains. Would humanity rise stronger without it? Or would we fall into a darker, disconnected age? And if the internet can vanish in a single moment, what else could?